What's up guys, Peter here from Reviews on Anything, and what you're looking at is the Power Magic Pro from BLACKVUE. Now we've looked at a dash cam from BLACKVUE before, and this is actually a product that is directly related to the dash cam. What is it? It is a very small and simple device that allows you to control how your dash cam is powered. Now that sounds complicated, but it really isn't. Obviously your dash cam is plugged into your 12-volt socket into your car. And you can set the dash cam to record when you're driving, but also to record when you're parking, for example. When you do that, obviously you don't want your battery to drain, and that is where this little box comes in. This effectively controls how much power and how much voltage your dash cam can take from your car's battery before it actually turns off. Alright, so there's quite a few things to cover. Let's start with what you get in the box. This is the box itself, so let's put that to the side. You get the unit that we'll get to in a minute. You get some adhesive tape and some screws in order to mount it properly in your car. Here's all the cabling and the socket that we'll get to in a second, and obviously a manual to show you how it's done. Manual is actually important to point out that it is all color pictures, proper English, a whole walkthrough on what's what, how it works, and how you should set it up. It actually folds out like this, and it actually shows that this is a high-end, high-quality product. So it's not stamped out in China with a manual that you can barely read and can maybe download as a PDF. This is actually done properly, which is quite nice, and actually shows the quality of the BLACKVUE products. Now screws and sticky tape actually speak for themselves. You can see the two screw holes right there, and you can put the sticky tape right here on the back to mount it in your car. So here's the unit itself. It's maybe hard to see on camera, but I'll put a picture up on the screen. But there's a voltage setting and a timing setting that you can set. And all is done here on the back. You can see these 5 little white pins, depending on how you put them. You can set a cutoff voltage for your car, that when your battery reaches a certain level, then it cuts off the power to your dash cam, so it won't sip any more power. Or you can set a time that you want the dash cam to record after that you parked. And obviously there's an on and on switch right there. Then we have the cabling itself. This end goes into the box. This end is obviously where you plug in the 12-volt cigarette plug of your dash cam. And then here at the end there is some loose cabling involved that you have to put into your circuit board of your car. Now, all the cables are nicely labeled, so that is again a very nice touch from BLACKVUE, and actually shows again the quality of the products. You're not just left to be able to figure it out yourself. It's actually all labeled and all is well. The cabling is long enough to go into pretty much any kind of fuse box and still be able to sort of hide the wiring behind any panels or any upholstery, so that's nice. And this is small enough to tuck away, especially after the plug goes in. No problems right there, because then this is the only switch that you will really need. Now, downsides. Obviously this has to be wired into the fuse box of your car, which is, it's not difficult or anything, but I'd say that is the biggest downside of this setup. Because you still have to take part of your car apart in order to get to the fuse box and figure out how you actually plug it in and so on. Now again, it's not difficult, and thanks to the manual, it's very clear on how to do it and so on. But it is a bit of a job, and I can imagine there are people that are not willing to, do that kind of stuff and don't really want to take it to a garage to do it for them. So that is a downside. That said though, once it is wired in and all set up, it is really a fire and forget solution, because you set the timer or the cutoff switch once, and that's really all it is. It's nice actually that there's still a manual override, so if you just want to turn the whole thing off, you put it on 0 and that's it. And if you just want the timer to do its work, then you just turn it on and all is well that way. Now, it doesn't seem like much. It is a very small little box, as you can see, which is key obviously, because you want to hide this in your car, out of sight, out of touch, so it is out of the way. And effectively what it is, it's just either a timer or a voltage meter and a cutoff switch in there, so it doesn't have to be very big. That said, when it's in your car, you'll hardly notice it, but you might want to be able to reach the switch. So I can imagine you put this on your dashboard or anything where it's sort of out of the way, but you can still reach the switch when you want to. For example, when you really park your car for a long time, maybe you want to turn the whole system off. So that's an option you still have. Do I like it? Yes, I think so. Apart from the wiring that is required to get it done in your car, this is actually the perfect solution for people that want to have parking mode enabled, whenever they want to, but don't want to run the risk of, parking their car for a weekend and then coming back to a flat battery. That said, when you, for example, set it on 6 hours, you're going to see that somebody will scratch your car after 7 hours. So on the one hand, it is very handy to make sure that you don't end up with a flat battery. On the other hand, you still have to set a timer. It's a bit like not turning your dash cam on short journeys, because it's too much work or whatever. But an accident might still happen on a short journey. It's the same with this. When you set the timer on 6 hours, something might still happen after the 6 hours are up. So I actually prefer the other solutions from BLACKVUE. They have a battery powered solution, for example, that actually has a lot of power stored in a battery that powers your dash cam without sipping power from your car battery. All in all, it is a great option that BLACKVUE offers to give you a bit more flexibility and control over your dash cam, and especially when you don't want to, like in my case, constantly put your 12-volt plug in and out of the socket because they're powered all the time. Then this is great to make sure that your battery doesn't drain, but you still have full control over your dash cam. I like it for what it is, but I don't think it's the best solution that they offer. Like I said, the battery powered version is better, I think. This was Peter from Reviews on Anything with a look at the BLACKVUE Power Magic Pro. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, a short one this time, but nevertheless a good product. Thank you BLACKVUE for providing us with the testing unit. We really enjoyed it, and definitely check out the BLACKVUE website to see if they have any solutions for you to offer. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers!